Well, congratulations to Ohio State. I thought both teams played really hard. It wasn't maybe I don't think Chris or I would say it was a really beautifully played game, but it was a hard played game. Both teams competed, and both teams I think are very good defensively. So points were hard to come by, especially in the first half. And then they got a little rhythm there in the second half to get some separation. I thought they got us with some back cuts. They were able to get into the paint, 40 points into the paint, which was huge. And obviously Caleb Wesson is a terrific player and really hard to deal with. And was proud of our guys' fight. We're going through a tough time right now. We're really struggling offensively. We're just having a hard time manufacturing enough points to give ourselves a chance to win. But I love that our guys still have good attitudes. They're fighting. They're playing their tails off defensively, and we just got to hope that one of these games we can break through a little bit offensively, see the ball go in, and find a way to win. So for that, I'll open up for questions.
There were a couple of times it was 7, 9 points. You guys would cut it back to 4 or 5, and then once they pushed to like 12, you call a timeout, and it just kind of built from there. What changed at that point where you guys weren't able to try to claw your way back from there?
Well, our inability to score. That's when. These teams are really good, and your defense can hang in there for a while. But they're a good offensive team. They run good stuff. They're going to get in rhythms and you got to keep up offensively. And so, I just thought. Even when we had open looks, we missed a 1-on-1. I think one time we had 1 out of 2, maybe a couple times at the line, missed a couple shots at the basket. And like I said, I thought they were able to open up with some cutting. Neither team really shot it well from 3 tonight. But I thought their movement, they were able to back cut us a few times, get some layups. And then Caleb, obviously in the post, when he gets deep position, he's really tough to stop.
You guys are bringing a hard double team sometimes on Caleb in the post. Just what did you think of the effectiveness of that? Sometimes it has worked against him, but he seemed to be passing it exceptionally well
I just thought in the first half, I thought we had some success early. And then, they were able, I think 2 or 3 times they scored or either got great shots out of it. I thought they were getting a good rhythm against the double. So we ended up taking it off for much of the second half. He's a really good passer. So they space well, and Chris puts those guys in good spots. So I thought, they got a couple really open looks. I think they got a layup there in the second half where we didn't rotate well, and we decided to kind of just go with, more of a one-on-one coverage in the second half. But I think against any big guy, I think you got to kind of change your coverage from time to time. I think they did that with us. At times they went and got pardoned, and other times they played one-on-one. So, I think you got to give different looks to good big men.
You talked about not scoring enough to win, having some struggles offensively. Ohio State offensively coming in had some significant struggles lately. Did you feel that this was a game where you could keep the score low and find a way?
Well, right now for us, that's our only chance. If you look at our numbers, we just haven't been a prolific offensive team. We have to win that kind of a game, like kind of a grinder, but yet 49 is not going to get it done. But at halftime, all things considered, when it was 24-20. I felt like we were still in pretty good shape. I didn't think we played very well offensively, but we were right there. It was a 4-point game. We came out. I think we got a bucket to start the half. And, we just weren't able to sustain it offensively for the last 20 minutes, and they were. They put 39 on the board in the second half. So, obviously that was the difference in the game.
In that first half, and I'm asking this from your coach's perspective, the offensive struggles, was that good defense? Was that guys just missing shots? How did you kind of view it for both teams?
I think probably a little of both. I think both teams are very good defensively. I have a lot of respect for what they do defensively. They're physical. Their concepts are good. They really care on that side of the ball. They play well together as a group, and we knew that. We knew we'd have to run good offense. So, definitely you have to credit them. It's not like, we just missed everything. But when you do get open shots, when you do get a chance to have an open layup or an open dunk or make free throws, when you're playing a good defensive team, you gotta make them. And so, definitely, I thought both teams were playing really good defense. But I thought also both teams missed some shots. They got some open looks too, early in the game that they normally hit. So, I think it was a combination of both.
Regardless of whether or not you were making the shots or not, were you happy with the shot selection that your team had tonight?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. I thought I thought for much of the first half, I thought their physicality on the perimeter bothered us. I thought they got into the ball a little bit. They kind of pushed us off our spots. We were having a hard time getting inside, establishing pardon. So, I think there were a number of possessions. And then I thought there were times when we got steals or we got long rebounds where we had some success in transition. And we either, were able to score at times, but also missed some open shots or, open things in transition. So I think it was a combination of both. I think, you have to credit their defense. They're a very good defensive team, and they defended us well. But part of that is also us being able to make them pay when we do get those openings. All right, thank you.